What's up guys, Fly Fishing Studios here, and today we're tying my version of Whitlock's Water Snake Diver. To save some time, I went ahead and tied a 6-inch strip of Hairline's Black Barred Rabbit Gold variant to a Partridge or Riddich Attitude Extra size 1 hook. For the belly of my snake diver, I like to use yellow deer hair. You can use any color or any variation of colors you want for your water snake diver. So I like to use these colors. They mimic the water snakes in my area that I fish, which is the South Anna River. So I use the yellow for the belly, and then for the top of the snake I like to use a little bit of tan to give it a little bit of stripe on the head of the snake. I then follow this with a bigger clump of dark brown, push that all back, cinch it down, make it nice and tight. Then I flip over the hook and I repeat the process again, but this time I just do a clump of yellow and a clump of brown. You can also see that I tied in some 15-pound monofilament because we're going to make this water snake diver weedless, making it easier to cast in lilies, weeds, and grass. You don't necessarily have to do this if you're fishing an open river or open water in general. So we go ahead and we tie in that yellow on the bottom, big clump of brown, and then cinch it all back again. I'm picking out some of the loose hairs that got undone when I was cinching this all down. And then for the front nose of my snake, I use all brown. So believe it or not, several of Dave Whitlock's newer fly creations utilized rabbit fur strips that dance, moved, wave, flutter when they were being stripped and retrieved in the water. This is just one of those many variations of the things he created. Some other things he created was like the Whitlock's Hair Water Pup and the Whitlock's Hair Worm, which we'll be tying those later on the channel. But today we're tying the Whitlock's Water Snake Diver because I'm going to use this bad boy next week on the river, and we're going to try to get something big. This water snake diver was particularly made for smallies and largemouth bass, but I'm sure it can catch a variety of other fish, including predator fish like snakeheads. Now I get my double-sided razor blade. I like to trim the bottom of the fly where the yellow is as flat as possible, and the top of the fly a little bit bigger than Whitlock's design. Gives it a little bit more oomph and power when stripping through the water. And then I finish it all off with scissors by hand to give it a nice smooth appearance. I burn in some eye sockets on the side. I like to use super glue gel. It doesn't run, so I put a little super glue gel in the eye socket, and then I'm going to use red holographic eyes, and that really makes it pop. So after I tie everything in, I get that 15-pound monofilament and run it through the eye of the hook, and we tie that down and we clip that off. And then when we are done, we secure everything with some Zap-A-Gap. That will keep everything in place and make sure all this hard work we did doesn't unravel. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. As always, good vibes and tight lines.